Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, we take a look at the crisis in Ukraine and talk to an SHSU professor about this situation. Also, hear from students about daylight savings time possibly being permanent and how it may affect their schedules.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm PJ Huessner. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. Tension involving the Ukraine invasion is still high, with peace talks going nowhere fast and the world still holding their breath over the situation. Bearkat Student Media's Anthony Cambis talks to an SHSU professor about the situation.
On February 24th, the world held their breath as Russian forces posted at the border of Ukraine began their invasion. Many people all over the world witnessed in shock the chilling videos posted by those in Ukraine at the time. Videos surfaced of civilian targets being shelled, cities being evacuated, and people taking shelter in underground subway stations. The Mass Communication Department's Professor of Global Media, Christopher Tula, provided his insight on the developing crisis.
In this framework of Russian national identity, a place like Ukraine is not a country. And it is also a very paranoid worldview. It sees enemies everywhere, particularly in the West, particularly in the United States of America.
Many leaders on the world stage condemned Russian President Vladimir Putin's actions.
Forces have destroyed apartment buildings, schools, hospitals, other elements of the critical civilian infrastructure.
The more we can do to help the Ukrainians, I think the faster that this thing can be.
U.S. President Joe Biden saying, quote, Vladimir Putin cannot be allowed to remain in power.
For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Well, I think President Biden has a history of perhaps speaking off the cuff, which traditional diplomatic elites would not like. Diplomacy is a delicate game after all.
Now, nearly a month after the first Russian troops entered Ukraine, talks of a ceasefire are still in the works, however with little insight on their progress. When asked how he believes this conflict will come to an end, Tula had this to say.
I suppose that's up to the Ukrainians and the Russians, who are currently negotiating. I think they flew into Istanbul just in the last couple of days.
From Huntsville, Texas, Anthony Cambis, Bearkat Student Media.
Last Thursday, the College of Humanities and Social Sciences Diversity and Inclusion Committee and the Islamic Arts Society of Houston hosted an arts exhibition in the library. Bearkat Student Media reporter Joseph Weaver has more.
Henna, Hebrew, and calligraphy. All these forms of Islamic art were on display at the Islamic Arts Exhibition last Thursday. The exhibition was part of Arab and Muslim Culture Week, which was created by Dr. Samar Zahrawi. She's a professor who educates students about Arabic language and culture. She says her goal with the week-long event was to give students a better understanding of Islamic culture.
I felt that the best thing to do is to raise awareness about the Arabic and Muslim culture, not only in my class, but also across the campus.
Each arts display had its own meaning to Islamic culture and beliefs. For calligraphy, it's the art of writing for the Islamic people, where it shares a deep connection to religion.
In Islam, painting is not much popular because of religious. So that's why this art became more popular. So if you go to the mosques, you would see most of the designs are actually Arabic written writings, verses on the walls, on the ceilings. That's kind of the decoration.
For Hebrew art, it's a form that uses water and color, in a way paying respect to Allah, who in Islam created the universe with water, and in creating the universe, he created colors too.
But we have the earliest time is 15th century. We're using soil color, kerosene inside the water. Our brush is special, rustic and old horsetail. Everything is natural.
And henna art is a form that comes from the plant of the same name. It's tied to the founder of Islam, the Prophet Muhammad.
Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, actually used to use it to dye his beard or dye his hair. It's actually used for lots of different reasons outside of body adornment.
On the campus of Sam Houston State University, Joe Weaver, Bearkat Student Media.
The season ended for the SHSU women's basketball team in Las Vegas during the WAC tournament. Bearkat Student Media's Courtney Cleveland tells us what the future holds for junior guard Demaya Telemac.
On March 8th, Sam Houston State women's basketball team traveled to Vegas for the WAC tournament as they took on Lamar University for their first win. I spoke with Demaya Telemac, junior guard at Sam Houston State, about her plans now that the season's over.
I chose to play basketball at Sam Houston because my twin sister was here, so it was ideal for me to come here. I'm about an hour away from home, so I was even better, and to kill two birds with one stone, it was like Sam Houston was the perfect fit at the time. The WAC tournament, I really enjoyed myself being out there. It was a different mentality. Everybody was able to, be on a bigger platform because it was win or go home. So that experience was great. I think I had a great time out there. I played well. Great scenery being in Vegas. So it's definitely something that I would be like, hey, work for other athletes so they can get there. It's a great moment. Now that the tournament's over, my next plans are focusing on my brand, my business. That's something I've always wanted to do, chase my dreams with that. And now that basketball's over, it's bittersweet, but I'm looking forward to my next chapter in life. So right now it's like finishing out the semester and going hard with my business.
On the campus of Sam Houston State University, Courtney Cleveland, Bearkat Student Media.
Summer days are upon us with a potential permanent change all year round. The U.S. Senate approved a bill to make daylight savings permanent. Anna DeLeon spoke with Bearkat students and staff to get their opinion on possibly having longer days ahead of them.
I like it because my day lasts longer, like during the summertime. Because it does give us, to me at least, a pretty sunset when you walk onto campus and going to classes.
Now, because I really like having sunlight still when I get out of work, just to be able to walk my dog outside and run errands and stuff like that.
Getting rid of the morning ritual of changing our clocks, students and staff say they're ready to enjoy brighter days ahead if the bill is passed by the House and signed by the President. Coming up, hear how SHSU students can connect with alumni and current students during a luncheon.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. This could be any town in Texas. Friendly folk. Everyone knows everyone, including our doctor, when we have one. Out here, it's an hour drive just for a checkup. They say we're facing a shortage of doctors, and that's one thing our state can't afford. We're so deeply bound to our rural roots, it's hard to comprehend. That's why Sam Houston State University created its College of Osteopathic Medicine to meet the healthcare needs of our rural communities and all who call Texas home. Better healthcare in our small towns is better for everyone. A new generation of physicians for Texans from a medical school that understands our Texas roots. Sam Houston State University, a great name in medicine.
The Oscars were held on Sunday, and it wasn't the glam and dresses stealing the spotlight, but the punchlines and jokes. Emphasis on the punch. Bearkat Student Media's Rodrigo Mendoza talks with SHSU students and got their reaction to the slap heard around the world.
It was the punch heard around the world as actor Will Smith smacked comedian Chris Rock at the Oscars this Sunday.
Oh, wow!
We took to the Sam Houston yard to see what the public thought of the incident.
Like a stunt that they were pulling or whatever, but then I started seeing more stuff about it like on Twitter, and then they were saying it was true, so I was kind of like, I don't know, like, I feel like he had the right to do it.
It wasn't really wrong for punching him because he was talking about his wife. He just wanted to defend her, and like that's not funny making fun of someone because they don't have like hair, you know? Like she does have alopecia and it's a well-known thing, so that's why first she cut her hair really, really short and she had like the pixie cut, and then now she just is completely bald. I don't think that was funny. Like I understand it's a comedian, he's a comedian and that's his job, but if you've watched the Red Table Talk, like Jada has talked about how personal it is to her, the fact that she has to shave her head.
I'm more or less in the middle, you know. Well, Will Smith did have a right, you know, to go and, go and like defend his wife, but at the same time, shouldn't have done it in public.
I thought it was a mild joke, honestly. I didn't think it was that bad, but other people could take it differently. I mean, I think it was mostly his wife, honestly, that took it the wrong way. Because I mean, you saw even Will Smith was laughing before he saw his wife's face.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should just be careful what they say, especially because they don't know everything on people's lives.
No, for that's for a First Amendment right to say what they want.
Will Smith has since issued an apology, saying his behavior was unacceptable, and comedian Chris Rock has decided not to press charges against the actor. For Bearkat Student Media, my name is Rodrigo Mendoza.
They're battling it out to become Sam's #1 band. Bearkat Student Media's Nicholas Orozco takes us to the first round of the Battle of the Bands.
Metalheads and music lovers gathered in the Lohman Student Center on March 9th to watch the SHSU Battle of the Bands, a head-to-head contest between 5 bands of differing genres to see who would be eliminated and who would be moving on to the finals on April 19th. With the stage set, the energy high, and the lights blazing, the audience and judges watched the talented SHSU rockers perform songs ranging from groovy jazz ballads to some of the most classic rock anthems. After the bands had performed, the 3 judges decided which groups would be moving on to the finale between the remaining 4 bands and which group would be eliminated.
Blood Rose Eclipse, you are safe and still in the running to win the cash prizes.
We talked to Juan Villarreal of Midnight Snack, one of the 4 bands moving on to the finale.
Hey, this is Juan from Midnight Snack. I'm the guitarist/vocalist, and we've been playing together for about 2 years now, and I was introduced to the guys through my friend Alec, who's a saxophone player, and me and Alec went to junior college together for a couple of years, and that's how I was introduced to these guys over here at Sam Houston. So really excited to be playing with them, and I'm really excited to be going to the finals, which is going to be on April 19th.
Reporting for Bearkat Student Media News, this is Nicholas Orozco.
The Battle of the Bands finale will take place on April 21st in the Orange Ballroom of the LSC. The winner will receive $1,500. Cat Chats is making an appearance on the SHSU campus for the 3rd year, but this year looks a little different. Cat Chats offers current students the chance to network with alumni and other students at Sam Houston while having a roundtable dinner in the Orange Ballroom. They say the 3rd time is the charm, and that seems to be the case for the student engagement and program coordinator for alumni relations and the advisor for the Student Alumni Association, Tiana Hudges. Still ahead, find out Sam Houston is honoring alumni by holding events throughout the year. Hear from somebody involved.
Going to be in the low 70s with partly cloudy skies Thursday. I'm forecaster Mary Moreno, and we'll have your full weather picture after the break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
3, 2, 1.
Schmidt in the gun, stands on the 15. Schmidt looking over center, it's caught! It's a touchdown! It's a touchdown!
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University students. I'm Mary Moreno with your local forecast. It's currently 71 degrees in Huntsville with cloudy skies throughout the day. The humidity is at 52%, wind at 10 miles an hour, with the feels like also 71. Around the region, Centerville is at 69 degrees. Groovington is now at 68. Livingston checks in at 72. College Station a bit. Conroe 74 and Hardin is 74. Statewide in El Paso it's 70 degrees with cloudy skies, in Lubbock 64, while Dallas checks in at 67 degrees. And in Brownsville with a warm 95. Around the nation it's 70 degrees in the nice Chicago, Miami 74, and in LA 67. For tomorrow we expect a high of 77 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise is at 7:12 a.m. Expected to be sunny skies throughout the day, winds from the north at 5 miles per hour. Humidity will be 40%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville, tomorrow the high is at 77 with a low of 50. Friday has a high of 82 with a low of 54. Saturday a high of 82. Sunday 85 with sunny skies, and Monday has a high of 80 with a low of 66 and 35% chance of rain. That's it from the Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Mary Moreno. Have a great rest of your week.
Along Sam Houston Avenue, pedestrian crosswalks help people cross the road safely. However, where Sam Ave meets 20th Street, the crosswalk is missing one important feature. Where the crossings at 17th and 19th Streets are equipped with a speaker, which informs visually impaired pedestrians when it's safe to cross Sam Houston Avenue. The crossing at 20th Street tries to do so. Students and staff and faculty should remember to take great care when crossing the road. At any intersection, remember to look both ways and keep an eye out for vehicles, especially those turning across the path of the crosswalk. Bearcats, would you like an opportunity to honor our SHSU alumni? The SHSU Alumni Association is home to more than 130,000 members. While its main goal is to serve our communities, the organization often holds events such as the recent 16th annual golf tournament, which took place March 25th.
It's important to recognize the alumni because I feel like they paved the way for us, and the excellence that they brought to the university really allowed us to be here and make a way for ourselves, and recognizing them can go a long way in having people in the future come here as well.
The Alumni Association has plans for many more events, but feel free to visit the Alumni Garden next to the LSC in the meantime to honor former students.
Still ahead, we have the latest from the Diamond and the tennis court. I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Hannah Whittington, and I'll have all your action coming up after the break.
Bearcats know how to tackle big challenges, as the ongoing pandemic has shown us. The campus community has gone to great lengths to slow the spread of COVID-19, but we're not there yet. Our best shot for returning to normal is getting Bearcats vaccinated. The vaccine is safe and effective for protecting people from COVID-19. For me, for you, for Bearcats, let's get back to normal.
Bearcats know how to get things done, as the ongoing pandemic has shown us. The campus community has gone to great lengths to stop the spread of COVID-19, but we're not done yet. Our best shot for returning back to normal is getting more Bearcats vaccinated. The vaccine is safe and effective in stopping the spread of COVID-19. For me, For you, for Bearcats. Let's return back to normal.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hannah Whittington with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. Sam Houston looked to get some momentum following their defeat to UT Rio Grande Valley. The women's tennis team played against Lamar University last Sunday. The Bearcats dominated the competition, totaling 112 to 96 points. Commanded the competition with 4 out of the 6 women winning their matches, and with Shsu Viu leading the pack. Doubles also controlled the pack with 2 wins. The final score was 5-2. The Bearcats go on to play at Tarleton this Saturday. Now we go to the Diamond, with men's baseball having a bumpy match with the University of Houston. The Cougars scored in 4 straight innings and got a strong start against the Bearcats. The Bearcats looked to come back, with Justin Wischkowski putting the team on the board in the 6th inning. This did nothing to upset the Cougars' momentum, with the Cougars scoring again in the 7th inning. The Bearcats lost 9-1. The game was the first 3 contests between the school in the resumption of the Don Sanders Cup Series. The Bearcats go on to play UT Rio Grande Valley this Friday. A lot of excitement on the field and on the court in the coming weeks. I'm Hannah Whittington, and that's a wrap on sports.
Bearkat students had a chance Monday evening to enjoy the sun and do yoga. Sunset Yoga, brought to you by the SHSU Rec Center, allowed students to take a break from their busy lives to relax and enjoy the fresh air while doing some yoga. The event is led by a certified yoga instructor that then guides the SHSU students through the event. Not only is the event a time to relax, but it also gives students time to be self-aware of their mind and body. Sunset Yoga happens on the last Monday of each month. You can catch the next event on April 25th at 5:30 p.m. in the LSC Yard. And that'll do for this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm PJ Huessner. We'll see you back here next week.